Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first day of live streaming from the Wellington Indoor Netball Centre. Our first game this morning, we have men's between New Zealand and South Africa. My name is Roz, and I will be commentating for New Zealand. And with me, I have
Victoria Stephen, and I'll be commentating for the South African men's side. Everything looks good today, a bit cloudy outside, but good weather to play netball indoors, so everything looks good.
And of course, we just all love that Wellington weather and inviting everybody in. So we're going to give you the lineup first off for New Zealand. Our co-captain is Val Tiratana, along with Matthew Weteri. On the lineup, we have Aaron Masters, Alan Wheeler, Christopher Harrison, Enoch Masters, Karina Fuimono, Kevin Bell, Mark Loveday, Michael Clark, Scott Eaton, and Victor Godsmark White. And of course, I'm not going to be using all of those names because you'll never get to see any of the game, and all you do is be listening to what I've got to say. But I do say that the men are looking pretty hot in their warm-up. I have to say there's some good-looking legs out there and some nice bodies. So hey, at least we bring something to look at to the game.
Okay, and on the South African men's side, we have the captain Stuart McGregor, the vice captain Jeffrey Blaine. We have Christian Freeman, Christopher James, Ishmael Freema, Neil Sillers, Shane Lagrange, Warren Caroline, Werner Basson, CJ Klaas. So it's a good start for the day. The men's lineup looks good. So let's take it away.
So when did your team actually get here to New Zealand?
We got here last week, sort of Monday-ish, sort of 12 o'clock in the evening, so midnight. So it was quite a tiring trip. By the time we got to bed, it was pretty much 4 o'clock the next day. But we've been practicing all week, so the teams are looking really good. Bit of a surprise with the poll being a little bit different to what we are used to in South Africa. But we've adjusted and made the best of it. So yeah, I think today's going to be good.
What is the difference to what we have here versus what you have in South Africa?
I think the distance from the net is normally about, I think it's about 300 instead of, I think this is about 700 if
Correct.
I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So it's quite a big difference, and it's been quite an adjustment for all the teams, but everyone's sort of just adjusted as best as they can. So yeah.
And how did the men's go in their games yesterday?
The men's played really strong netball, good netball. The New Zealand game was obviously a tough one. I think the New Zealand team is strong in terms of passing. The shooting is on. It's good. But our SA men fared really, really well against them. They took some good intercepts. They shot really, really well. So I think today is a new day, and it's going to be good to see what the teams sort of bring to the court.
We're always very excited when South Africa's down here playing all the New Zealand teams, and of course with Australia and England as well. It's a great competition to have. New Zealand, they've got a very strong side, been coached for quite a while under Scott Ball, and he's taken different grades, and I think coming through being under the one coach has actually given them a similar structure of play, so I think it's quite an easy fit. So it certainly shows out on court. We've got both of the teams almost ready to go. We've got both umpires on court, and we've got our starting lineup. So for New Zealand, starting out in attack, we have Chris Harrison and Aaron Masters. In our centres, we have Matt Weteri and Karina Fuimono. And our defence, we have Victor Godsmark White and Enoch Masters.
And on the SA starting lineup, we have Jeffrey Blaine on link, we have Werner Basson on link, we have Stuart McGregor on attack, we have Ishmael Freema on attack, we have Warren Caroline on defence, and Christopher James on defence.
Okay, well, we've had our first pass off, and with New Zealand ball. Unfortunately, no finish off with a goal, and it's a turnover to South Africa.
Werner Basson passes the ball quite nicely into handling.
It's a very fast flow down the court, as you can see. And we've got Matt with the first shot at goal. I think it's going to take a few minutes for everyone to settle in and just get rid of all their warm-up nerves and tension, I guess.
And good intercept from our defence, Christopher James. The ball's now moving down on the South African side, looking good. The structures are good. Passed into the circle. Attempt on the shot. Oh, okay. Oh, good attempt.
Got some good marking at that circle. Tough defence, but South Africa have got some good placement and getting that ball on the edge.
Good recovery. Great shot.
So 1 point to South Africa, New Zealand ball. And we finish with a 2-pointer from Karena. Nice intercept by Chris Harrison outside the circle to give New Zealand another opportunity at goal. This time we have 2 points from Matt. Unfortunately, incorrect pass off. You've got to be inside your square, inside the circle, so it's been a turnaround. And, well, unfortunately for South Africa, great for New Zealand, who have now just given themselves another 2 points. Able to convert from a South African mistake. Converting from indoor netball to soccer, but Karena has to give it up.
Good pass from Van Besson to the circle edge. It's looking good. The South African guys are really working well under the pole. Unfortunately, is a turnover. Good deflection by Christopher James and the South African team.
Very aerial play out of New Zealand, that's for sure.
Yeah. Good movement down the court by the South African team. It's looking good. On the line for a good shot. Unfortunately, it was missed. And a 2-pointer from Van Besson, link from the South African side.
We've got 3 passes and 1 on the circle edge for New Zealand, with Karena having another shot. Fortunately, no turnover.
Good turnover from Christopher James on the South African men's side, bringing it down the court, looking good.
Rebounding's nice from New Zealand. Again, just that aerial style of play and being able to get up there. We've got 2 points from Maddie on the edge of the top of the circle. Slower structured play for South Africa, bringing the ball down the court, which I think is probably quite smart just to set themselves up.
Yeah, just to slow the pace a little bit.
Yeah. Got to bring something different. If you play the same as your opponents, it normally is a bit of a spin out. I think it'll give the umpires a bit of a workout anyway, going up and down this court.
Most definitely.
Another attempt for Matt. First shot unsuccessful, but he finishes off with another 2.
Some good ball movement from the South African men's side, bringing the ball down to the post, setting up for a 2-pointer. Unfortunately, attempts missed.
New Zealand have got some very tight man-on-man marking, so it means South Africa's having to do more work around the circle to get it closer.
Yep. obstruction. At least they've got an opportunity to take the 2-pointer. And it's shot in. Werner Besson to sink the 2 again from the South African men's side.
That's a beautiful take by Chris. Unfortunately not finished off. But penalty pulled against the back net. And we have a goal this time by Karena, 2 points. So when it goes up, we've got 12-5 to New Zealand. Well, 3.5 minutes to go. Probably a little bit too much on that pass, so it's been replayed back in the circle. And we get down again at the top of the circle for New Zealand. Enthusiastic defending by South Africa.
I was just about to say the same thing. Looks good. 3 feet defense is perfect. Pressure on the ball.
We've got good rebounding in there for New Zealand, so it's giving them an opportunity to...
Good turnover ball to South Africa's men. And the 2-pointer sinks from Werner Besson is on fire this morning.
It's a beautiful shot over such tall timber of New Zealand. So he's having to really arch that shot high.
Absolutely. And a good intercept from our defense, our SA men defense, Warren Caroline. Great effort there. Good rebounding from the South African men to get that attempt on the second shot again.
Yeah, South Africa definitely warmed up and they're holding their own, so it's going to be a good game to see it through.
Absolutely. They're faring strong against the New Zealand side, so I think it's going to be a wonderful game. And another 2-pointer from Werner Besson, the link from South African men. And a good intercept from Werner again. Unfortunately going into New Zealand hands though.
We prefer a tip to an intercept.
Very true.
Someone's tired, they're on the ground, so. Strong rebounding has been in the New Zealand circle, not that time, but.
Yeah, that time South Africa fared well against the guys there and took the ball.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice strong passes down court, which is good to see, especially against the New Zealand side who's very quick on the defense.
They're rebounding, South Africa are rebounding very well in their own circle. Perhaps a word to New Zealand, they should do better.
South Africa's pulled together. I think in the beginning they were a little shaky and a little sort of, but they look good now. They look really good.
They are.
Oh, and a beautiful 2-pointer from Werner Besson. South Africa.
That was a good 4 feet out from the circle edge, so that was a beautiful shot.
Yeah, and the score is now really close, 12 to New Zealand, 11 to South Africa, so this is really starting to heat up. And it's the end of the first quarter.
So, as Vic has said, end of the first quarter, we go into the break at 12 to New Zealand, 11 to South Africa. Yeah, like you said, a bit of a shaky start, I think, probably for both sides.
Absolutely.
But, you know, the nerves have gone, everything's settled in. It doesn't look like we're going to see any changes for the New Zealand side. So just give them the opportunity to sort it out amongst themselves, continue how they start.
Absolutely, especially when the guys are in a flow and things are starting to come together. You know, you don't want to make changes at that point, I don't think. So it's looking good. The 2-pointers are sinking on both sides. I think that's a great thing.
Yeah.
Makes for good watching as well. So
I think the difference is going to be in either circle, both attack and defence, as to what turnovers they can get, as well as the rebounding.
Yeah, but that basically is six-a-side for you. The game is determined by who can rebound the most and obviously shoot and sink the two-pointers. So
that's right. It has to be a full game, doesn't it? You know.
Yep. Yep.
And we're just about to start second quarter. We're all set up, and New Zealand have the ball.
And a tip-off from the defence, James, on the South African side. Unfortunately, goes back to New Zealand.
A little bit of a late attempt at intercepting, but
yeah,
you know, the thoughts there. Maddie finishes off with 2 points. Obviously how we want to start.
The South African game has slowed a little bit, which is good. Focused, looks strong on court.
Nice tip from Maddie for New Zealand. Going to have a penalty shot at goal with intimidation from Karina.
A good rebound from Stuart McGregor under the pole.
Slight fumble in the circle, but gives New Zealand the opportunity to bring it down. 3 passes and we're down the other end. Top of the circle attempt for Maddie.
Good pressure on the shot from the South African men.
Time's being called because the clock has not been started when the game was started, so they're going to have to play a little bit of catch up and get the clock catching up with what the game's doing. Gives everyone a few seconds to just settle in, have a breather and think about what they can do perhaps a little bit different.
Yes, I think everyone's just trying to sort of see what's actually sort of transpired and just obviously correct the mistake. But yeah, a breather never hurt anyone.
Oh, we could talk about the weather, we could talk about anything, but you know, typical Wellington weather. It's a little bit chilly outside.
And today I think I was shown the country of the silver white cloud. I think that's what it's called, right? The long silver white cloud.
Yeah, the long white cloud.
Long white cloud, sorry.
Yes.
Otherwise, the weather's been really beautiful here.
It has.
Oh, my word. Sunny days, chill in the wind, but really, really stunning.
Yeah, there's so much in New Zealand's coastal that we do have a lot of changes. As they say, 4 seasons in one day, which is what Auckland's known for.
Well, at least the game started again, which is great for both sides, just to get back into the rhythm of things. And
beautiful intercept with Chris Harrison for New Zealand. Having to have a couple of attempts at goal. New Zealand rebounding well. Just sorting out all their positions in the circle, the umpire making sure everyone's where they should be.
Nice rebound from James on the South African side. Slight delay in the contact there, but ball's moving down quite nicely, I think. Good setup on the edge of the circle for the South African team. The men are really having to work hard against the New Zealand defense, but they're finding their way through. Good exchange there and another attempt at a shot.
Enoch there's got a beautiful reach and jump, and it's a turnover to New Zealand. I think having to slow it down a little bit. That's the call from in the circle. Unfortunately, a step outside, so we've got a turnover. Repositioning start of play by the umpire.
Nice long ball to the circle edge, setting up for the 2-pointer, which I think is essential at this point. We need to get a 2-pointer in for the South African side.
Turnover to New Zealand, which South Africa thought they were going to get. We won't comment on who we thought, but
no, we won't.
Oh, we're happy with it. And it's a nice finish to Karena on the side pocket of the goal circle. So we've got to score at the moment of 16-11 to New Zealand with 4 minutes to play. Got a long ball down through the South African half, so it's New Zealand ball. Touching the net without human touch first, which of course you can't do.
Good movement on defense by Chris James of the South African side. Trying to put as much pressure on the ball shot there.
Some very tight defense in there. There's arms and legs and bodies everywhere. And we have 2 points from Karena, top of the circle. I do think that probably from what people can see on screen is not as much as what we can see here and how physical the game actually is and how fast it is.
Yeah.
These boys, all of them, both sides, are incredibly fit. It's incredibly aerial, and I think a very tidy game. You know, it's quite disciplined by both sides.
Absolutely.
Not too many penalties.
And the ball is moving very fast down court as well. It might be aerial, but there's no loss in the speed of the ball as well. It's really moving down.
That's a beautiful goal to your left.
Yeah, a good 2-pointer from the South African side.
Yeah, New Zealand taking a few more passes to bring it down the court, which I think has helped set up. There's very tight marking under there. There's hands everywhere. And we got 2 points against New Zealand, scored by Matt Weteri. And the pass off again. I think, you know, you just get hit in the moment. You want to get that ball flowing as fast as you can.
Yeah, I think mistakes happen. Now the turnovers to the South African guys, bringing the ball down beautifully. Unfortunately, we have a turnover to New Zealand.
And that's it with the speed. You know, the stepping comes easy, and these boys are so fast in flight. But there it is. You know, both ends are doing the same thing.
Yeah,
Both
lots
teams.
of turnover between the two teams at this point, which is good. It just keeps the flow of the game going. And
you got a pretty tall defense here. Must be
Christopher James.
Must be what, 6'5"?
Yeah. And he's been captain the South African side before, so he's an experienced player, which is good. There are a few experienced players in the side, and obviously some fresh blood that's also sort of come in this year. There are actually 4 previously capped players.
Great.
Yeah.
I think we've got 4 non-capped players. Yeah, they've got a pretty strong team, and a lot of them have been together, but you know, for a while, or played different levels, but certainly some good experience and a huge support structure, letting the young ones come up and through. So it's great.
And I also think it's a great initiative from New Zealand to have a development side here as well.
It is.
That's competing on the same level as, well, on a similar level as your New Zealand main team. I think that's wonderful.
I think that's what we are good at, you know, for the size of our country and the per capita, what we've got in terms of top sports people. We do have good development programs. As you can see, the development side are actually playing Australia at the moment. So, and that seems to be a pretty tight game with half-time there even.
Absolutely.
But back to New Zealand and South Africa. We've got only 20 seconds to go in the end of the second quarter, and our score is 22-13 with South African ball, which has just been intercepted by New Zealand. I think we're getting 10 seconds to the end and everyone's like, yeah, we'll have a break now, thanks.
Well, let's get it down as quickly as we possibly can.
Which is what everyone's doing.
Yep. I think the idea at this point is to just stop the goals from sinking, which is what South Africa managed to do in the last second there.
Well, we saw it change in so many times, but we do have a penalty shot, which is converted by Matt. So we go into the halftime break, 24 New Zealand, 13 to South Africa. The score probably not showing how tight the game really is.
I think at this stage, you know, the South African guys are really moving well down the court. You know, there are a few sort of good passes, good positioning on the edge of the circle, so it's looking good. I think there's still lots of time to sort of change the score. So we'll see what happens, you know.
Well, the game's not done till the game's done, isn't it?
Exactly,
so
till the fat lady sings.
Yep, and the best team of the day.
Exactly.
Yeah, just ask our All Blacks and our Silver Ferns.
No one said there wouldn't be rivalry in the commentary either, hey?
That's right. Everyone's at home is probably thinking, can they just shut up for a moment? You know, give us time to think. But anyway, we've gone into the half-time. Apart from sucking up water, we've got what looks to be big changes in the New Zealand side. So when I can see all the people, I'll let you know the lineup. But I think we're going to change out all 6 players.
At this stage, okay, so we've got a change on the South African side. We've got CJ Klaas coming in on link. And I think at this stage, that's the only change that's been made.
Okay, for New Zealand, we still have Chris in attack. Joining him is Scott Eaton. In centre, we have Valti Ratna and we have Kevin Bell. For defence, we have Mike Clark and Alan Wheeler. That wasn't too bad. I found everybody. So fresh legs for New Zealand. Just be interesting to see what happens to our score.
Yeah, and fresh legs on the South African side as well. Let's see if that makes a difference.
Yeah, I think we changed out the team to give ours fresh legs. I think we've got 8 fresh legs. So replay ball to New Zealand, so it gives South Africa first pass off with the ball. Rebounded.
And
by Alan William.
And a good tip there from Jeff Blaine.
That's fast down the court with Kevin Bell. New centre on court, so it'll take him a minute or two just to warm up. Same with Val. He finishes off with 2 points.
Nice long ball down court, set up on the edge of the circle, which looks good. And another attempt at 2 points.
That was pretty unfortunate for New Zealand, which they thought they were going to come away from with that intercept and replay ball from South Africa, but instead it's resulted in 2 points for South Africa.
From the fresh legs on court, which is a great sign. Oh, what a good contest there from the defense, Caroline. Great contesting in the air.
Yeah, going to have to be a little bit careful, South Africa, with just the long ball down the court every time because it's going to get red. Got another 2 points to Val, top of the circle.
It's looking really good from the South African men's side. They've got more structure. They're slowing the ball down a bit. In this play now, they've actually shortened their passes a little bit, which I think has made a huge difference.
Yep.
And a 2-pointer sinks. Van der Besson is on fire this morning. And a good pickup from Caroline again on the attack, on the defense side. Great turnover for South Africa.
Again, I think it's just going to take a couple of minutes. You know, we've changed over so many players that they just need a second to warm up, you know, get it all back together and sync their play. They're all experienced enough that they can do it.
And a long attempt there from Van der Besson. Unfortunately, it rebounded. But a good attempt. And
definitely.
Yeah.
You've got to take the opportunities as they present themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Especially the New Zealand defense is really tight.
Oh, we've got a turnover in the circle. We've got contact with Chris Harrison.
Ooh.
A little bit late on the intercept attempt by Alan Wheeler, so still South Africa ball.
Good rebound from the captain, Stuart McGregor. Another attempt at the 2-pointer, which is good for us.
Yeah, they seem to be passing it around quite easy on the goal circle, so perhaps New Zealand need to make those passes a little bit harder.
Good 2-pointer from CJ Klaas. Good defense from the South African men.
Yeah, New Zealand are rebounding well, giving the guys a chance to settle in. And that's the first 2 points on the board for Kevin Bell. Obstruction by Chris. One of our newer players, Michael Clark, who's been through the age groups, played mixed last year, so under 23s.
Wow, the New Zealand defense really shutting down Van der Besson down there on the circle edge. But they're still managing to get the ball through him, which is really good. So, And a good 2-pointer, Van der Besson on link, still shooting super hot.
Good setup by New Zealand and finish with Val. 2 points.
What I've also noticed in this quarter is that South Africa is actually getting the ball down a lot faster than they were in the first, which is really, really good.
Yes, I think more passes, but it's flowing faster. So,
exactly. The long ball wasn't working, so they've obviously adjusted and changed that, and now they're playing it shorter but faster down the court, which is really looking good.
Well, the shorter passes is making it harder for any intercepts, isn't it? So.
Of course.
Tidy goal from Val. Another 2 points to New Zealand. Again, the pass off. Probably just needs somebody just to, you know, take a shirt and say, you know, you need to keep an eye on this. That long ball, not touched in the second half, so unfortunately they're trying to get the ball ahead of the players.
Yeah, I think they need to go back to just shortening it, playing it faster, but playing those shorter balls down the court.
Nice feed to the top of the circle from Scott to Kevin Bell, which is rewarded with 2 points. Beautiful intercept there. Right place at the right time. And Val's on fire. We'll give him another 2 points.
And the score now, as it stands, is 38 to New Zealand, 21 to South Africa. That was a good 2-pointer by Jeffrey Blaine, vice captain of the SA men's side.
Beautiful rebound by Chris Harrison. Attack for New Zealand.
Bit of a fumble there to try and see who got that ball.
It was. And 2 points rewarded for all that fumble in New Zealand from Kevin Bell, but unfortunately we've lost it on the net.
Bit of a contesting there, but went to South Africa.
And our score's caught up now. We're 38-23. No, we're 40-23. How about that? So a missed attempt by South Africa, and New Zealand have got the ball down the court pretty quick.
Oh, unfortunately a missed opportunity there by Caroline, who got that intercept, but then it was called back for an obstruction or, yeah, contact.
Yeah, feeling. Trying to keep track of where his players were.
And a good jump up there from Warren Caroline on the defense side, working really hard to try and block that two-pointer from going in. Unfortunately, he got blown for his 3 feet, but a good attempt nonetheless.
And Kevin Bell's rewarded with 2 points.
Much better, bringing the ball down the court. Shorter passes, harder passes, looking really good from the South African men's side. Fortunately, a missed attempt there. Let's see if Vanna can sink another two-pointer for us.
Well, they're rebounding very well, that's for sure.
Yep.
In their own attacking circle. New Zealand guard on there is nice, though, to make sure that it's quite difficult for them to go for the 2-pointers. So
I think both teams are working really hard on the circle edge. You know, on the defense side, both teams are really giving a full effort.
Yes.
Looks good. Makes for exciting watch.
Yep. Again, I don't think the score reflects actually how tight the game really is.
Absolutely.
We're seeing it start to open up a little bit for New Zealand, but it's still a tight contesting game.
Absolutely, and with 2 pointers, I mean, the difference isn't, you know, sort of as substantial as it would be if it was only 1 pointer.
Correct,
so.
yeah. So Val added another 2 points to our score, and we've only got 15 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Good rebound there from Jeffrey Blaine. On attack for the South African men. And a good shot there from CJ Klaas, coming in on link. Fresh legs this day has definitely made a difference on the 2-pointers.
Yes. So we're going to the third quarter break at 44 for New Zealand, 25 for South Africa. I wouldn't imagine there's going to be too many changes for either side now, or maybe yours. We've made so many changes at three-quarter time, or half-time going into three-quarter, that I would expect that there wouldn't be too many.
Yeah, Yuri Jones, who's the coach of the South African men's side, has been coaching SA sides for a long time. So I think at this point, he'll probably keep everything the way it is, unless one of the guys sort of is feeling a little bit, you know, that he needs to come off. I actually see there's a change going to happen. We have Shane Lagrange coming on for Jeffrey Blaine on link.
Well, we've actually had 2 changes as well. So in defence, we've got Enoch Masters back in, and we've also got Mark Loveday coming in. So, yeah, both Mark Loveday in defence, and Enoch coming in as attack.
Just to correct myself, we've made a change on the attack side. Shane Lagrange has come in on attack, and we've actually got a new link in as well. We've got Neil Sillers coming in on link. So quite a few changes this quarter.
So New Zealand ball from the pass off, with South Africa moving just a little bit too quickly ahead of the whistle. Lots of tussling in that circle, so it was a nice rebound and finished off 2 points by Kevin Bell.
Now this game is quite a physical game. These men are looking good. And a pass to Stuart McGregor in the circle, which is really, really good because no one was there actually. He was all on his own. And a beautiful shot from CJ Klaas. 2 pointers added to the board for South Africa's men.
We've just had time called so that we can have a bib replaced on our new import.
Neil Sillers on link. Yeah.
Penalty on the body with Carolyn.
Really, really hard work coming from Warren Caroline on the defense side. Fortunately, a turnover back to New Zealand.
I say it can't be easy for the umpires with all the tall timber in there and the jumping and the arms and everything everywhere. I think, you know, you'd have to give them a bit of grace if they got the occasional call, you know, wrong, because it's pretty hard to see from our perspective, and we're sitting here, you know, still.
Especially with the physicality on court and the guys really sort of pushing to try and intercept that ball or at least get some form of tip-off, you know.
Yeah.
An attempt from Shane Labranche there, unfortunately turned over to New Zealand.
Just taking their time to set up, edge of the circle. Both for not only shooting purposes but rebounding. But not needed in this case. 2 points from Kevin Bell. And it was a tackle to the sideline to see who was going to get the ball. New Zealand's come away with it and converted. 2 points. Again to Kevin Bell.
Good movement there from Sillers on the edge of the circle. And he'll go for a second attempt. And the 2-pointer sinks. Well done, Neil Sillers. Good shot.
Lucky you're not biased.
Never. Good rebound there from Christopher James, bringing the ball down the court, South Africa. Unfortunately, the turnover there.
So the Val at the top of the circle and converts with the 2 points. We're 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and we've got 52 to New Zealand, 27 to South Africa. Hard luck, South Africa. Replay ball.
The New Zealander movement down court is really, really good, hey? Short balls, nice and strong.
Yeah, they put their body in first, so they protect it well.
Absolutely.
I think that is a very specific style of play for New Zealanders, and not just the men.
And a long shot from CJ Klaas, which sank 2 pointers on the clock for South Africa.
Got another 2 to Kevin. So he's got his eye on, and
umpire's getting involved in that little tussle.
I think she's just trying to dodge all the players coming flying at her. A little bit of loose ball from South Africa, which New Zealand have managed to grab. That's a good long shot from Kevin. And we've got a held ball. That's really tight defence from New Zealand. Actually, the first held ball for the whole game.
Yep. We haven't had anything like that through the game yet.
I think they're tired. I know, I'm tired just looking at them.
Yeah, it's pretty physical out there. Great defense there from the defense. Caroline, good jumping, 3 feet, good discipline.
Yeah, New Zealand come away with another 2 points.
Silas takes another attempt at a 2-pointer. Unfortunately, it didn't sink this time.
Well, there's lots of contesting going on there, that's for sure. Not going to give it away easy, New Zealand. South Africa's going to have to work for these points.
Absolutely. But the 2-pointers are looking good on both sides. Sinking well.
Look at that speed down the court. But again, look at that tip from South Africa. So sometimes, you know, speed's not everything. You need that structure too.
Control is better. Absolutely. And it's turnover again to New Zealand.
Going to get whiplash soon from this turnover. Back and forth, back like a tennis match.
Lots of hard work going on both sides, I think.
Definitely. And it's the first game of the day, so it'll be interesting to see what they look like come third game. Turnover again to New Zealand. So we've got 2 minutes left to go and a score of 58-29 to New Zealand. Val with a penalty shot at the top of the circle. Convert. No, he doesn't. Just getting ahead of myself there.
Long pass to set up on the edge of the circle there. Gets a penalty shot. Oh, he passes. CJ Klaas gets the ball back for a second attempt. There's a penalty shot.
Well, 45 seconds to go.
Oh, and the 2-pointer comes from the link of New Zealand. Bell. Great shot there.
So the other New Zealand-South African game that was played at the same time was the women's, and New Zealand have come away with a win there for 73-50.
9 seconds, 8 seconds left on the clock. Oh.
And we've got 2 more points from Val. And end of the game. So a final score of 64-29 to New Zealand. Thanks, Vicky, for sharing the time and insight to the South African game with me, and it's been good fun commentating with you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Roz. It's been an experience, and both teams did brilliantly today, and I think it's a good start for the day. You know, we've kind of set the pace for the rest of the day, so let's see how it all unfolds.
Well, we wish you really well for your games against Australia and England. and that you have a great tournament.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
and of course, I know you're playing next, so
Yes, I
good
am.
luck in your game as well.
Thank you, and good luck to your daughter, who's also playing.
Well, they just played, and I didn't realise they were on at the same time as us. So I believe she was on and at centre and had a good shooting game. So, and to come away with a 73-50 win, so that's good for New Zealand.
Yeah,
Good
that's
start.
wonderful.
Yeah. All right. So thanks very much for your time, and we'll catch up with you again later on today.
Yes. Thanks so much, Roz.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.